cut 96% of women who have been with 20 or more lovers can't find a husband.
20?
That seems very high.
No, it's low.
All right, in the latest film, What's Your Number?, Anna Faris vows not to date another man until she is sure he's the one. So instead, she tries to rekindle the romance with several of her exes.
And of course, wanting to get back together with an ex is something a lot of us have struggled with in the past.
Wanting it and doing it are two different things.
Yes.
We have licensed psychologist and relationship expert, also with the Department of Psychiatry at UB, Dr. Ted Haberfield is here. What is the realistic thought on getting back with an ex?
Well, if you had problems before that led to a breakup, chances are really good you're going to have the same problems again. It's very, very difficult for any of us to change. And so unless somebody's really spent a lot of time working very hard and been persistent in maintaining those changes, it's not likely that it's going to be that much different.
Well, you know, I just want to ask you, follow up with that. What about age? What if you started, if this is somebody from 18 years old and now you're 35 years old? You've grown up.
Then there's a good chance that the person can be different, and you need to reassess, you know, who is this person now, and put aside the fantasy about whatever was going on then, whether it was a good fantasy or not so good. I would assume that if you got back together because you're thinking this is going to be wonderful this time,
sure, and
you want to think that way, but you know, the reality is it's difficult to have any kind of relationship, first time or second time.
From what I've seen and maybe experienced, to me, getting back with an ex is similar to fixing a broken plate. You put it together, but it'll always have that crack in it, and it never works out. If it does work out, or if you do get back together and you do have a chance, what do you need to do to make it work?
The most important thing is that you talk frankly about the problems that you've had, and talk about how are things going to be different this time. You know, if we're creatures of habit, we follow the same patterns. They're often very ingrained, and so it takes a lot of work as a couple to come up with new solutions and then practicing them, and we're going to fall back into our old patterns and then get back into it again. It takes a lot of persistence and a lot of commitment on the part of both members in the relationship.
We've only got about 20 seconds left. Could you just tell us, is there something where should dictate you should not get back together with an ex? Is there any reason why, other than possibly, definitely abuse?
Yes, I would think that, and just, you know, if only one of the two people is really willing to work at the relationship, it takes two to make a relationship work.
Yeah, good point.
Good advice.
That's the bare basics.
Yes, for sure.
Of anything, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Ted Haberfield, for joining us.